Something I would never forget. I would never forget the behavior of PlayStation fanboys. I remember those guys saying the PS5 would be more powerful than the Xbox Series X. They had some type of information, some fake information, saying the PS5 will be 21% more powerful than the Xbox Series X. When they got a whiff that the SSD on the PS5 would be slightly faster than the SSD in the Xbox Series X, they talked shit. They just claimed that the PS5 was going to have more teraflops than the Xbox Series X. Yes, I would never forget these things, guys. They talked trash for a long time. And then when Phil Spencer revealed the specs of the Xbox Series X, us Xbox guys, we started to talk a little shit. Like, yes, 12 teraflops of power. And when Mark Cerny took his boring ass up there and announced the specs of the PS5, yes, it was confirmed that the Xbox Series X was more powerful than the PS5. So us Xbox guys, we talked shit for all of 2020 until the console was released. Now, if you guys don't know, or if you don't remember, let me refresh your memory. When the consoles released, the Xbox Series X was actually losing in comparison vids. They were losing. And PlayStation fanboys let us know, this is 12 teraflops of power. It's getting dog stumped by the PS5 in comparison vids. And they talk shit. But us Xbox guys, we had heard that the Xbox Series X and S dev kits were behind. Xbox was waiting on full RDNA 2, and it made the dev kits behind. Meanwhile, the PlayStation 5 dev kits has been in the hands of developers much longer than the Xbox Series. But they told us we were just using excuses. We were damage controlling. Yes, they roasted us, but it wasn't much we can say at the time because Xbox was losing these comparison vids. Xbox guys, we said, yo, the tools, TOOLS, the tools are on the way. And when we said that, that was another way of them to laugh at us. Oh, look, they're saying the tools. They're waiting for games. They're waiting for tools. They're waiting for everything. Ha ha ha. Ladies and gentlemen, we are 2 years into the generation. And I can say for the last year, pretty much for the last year, for the most part, Xbox has been beating that ass on these comparison vids. It's so funny because the latest game that really enticed me to do this video is A Plague's Tale Requiem. Yes, the game runs at 30 on all platforms, which is unfortunate, but it seems like the latest Digital Foundry comparison vid, A Plague's Tale Requiem, the Xbox Series X runs pretty solid. The Xbox Series S runs pretty solid. But the PS5, what's going on there? It looks like it's dropping frames.
Is the best and most consistent performer of the three, and I've rarely seen much more than a single frame drop here and there, even in the most taxing spots. The emergence of rats is a big stress point for the game, typically, and it barely shows a blip on Series X. Likewise, these open areas filled with guards and rats shows no issue, and even the sequence walking through fire, lots of fire, runs just fine, which will have some relevance in a second. Moving on to PS5, here we do see some drops. It's a less stable 30fps release all round, though largely still very solid if we're being fair to it. If we're picking out the worst points for comparison, here's that burst of rats seen again on PS5, now showing a clear drop into the mid-20s, where it ran perfectly on Series X. And again, the walk through the fiery fields pushes Sony's machine to the same mid-20s level, complete with full screen tearing. Later sections do have issues too, where the rats and guards combine in these wide areas, and here again we see an abundance of tearing. The summary really is that the majority of play is still 30fps, just expect the drops to be that much more regular on PS5 in its current state, where there isn't as much of a distraction on Series X. On that point, the Series S version falls between the two. I'd say in overall consistency, it's closer to Series X, so in many of the areas where PS5 does drop and does tear, you'll see Series S just flies through at 30, barring select moments with the swarms of rats. So in terms of performance, the drop to 900p on Series S does have some benefit in the visuals versus frame rate balance.
Now look, we've heard the Xbox Series S being blamed for so much shit. A Rocksteady developer came out there and blamed the Xbox Series S because Gotham Knights is running at 30 frames per second. But after Digital Foundry did their analysis, all platforms run like shit. Even the PC. So it wasn't Xbox Series S fault that Gotham Knights ran like shit. It was a poorly optimized game. Now, A Plague Tale Requiem, man. How is the Xbox Series S running this game better? PlayStation Fanboys told me that A Plague Tale Requiem is running at 30 because of the Xbox Series S. They told me that the Xbox Series S was just as weak as the PlayStation 4 Slim. How is the Xbox Series S running The Plague Tale better than the PS5? And don't give me, well, the resolution is only 900p. That doesn't matter. You guys said it was a potato, right? You guys said it was holding back next generation. Now, A Plague Tale Requiem is a next generation game only. It's not on PS4. It's not on Xbox One. It's on PC, Xbox Series, and PS5. It's running better. What's your excuse now, huh? I would love to hear you guys' excuses. Come on, make up some shit. You guys are good at making up excuses. So, the power narrative is dead. It's been dead for a while. At the beginning of this generation, PlayStation fanboys love to talk about comparison vids. They loved to talk about Digital Foundry. They loved it. When Assassin's Creed Valhalla was running better on the PS5, they loved it. They threw it in our faces. Now, we don't hear shit. There's crickets. The only thing they have now is, well, sales. PlayStation 5 is outselling Xbox Series S now. And that's what they have. Go ahead, enjoy it, guys. Go ahead, enjoy it. But you know what's crazy? There's a chance the Xbox Series can outsell the PS5 in the future. But there's no chance the PS5 will be more powerful than the Xbox Series X in the future. Let that sink in. This is funny. This is funny. Yeah, man. So the tools are here. The tools have arrived. The tools have been here for a while now. The Xbox Series is doing great. And this is only 2 years into the generation. So the Xbox Series X and S will get better over the generation. I mean, the PS5 will also get better, but the Xbox Series X is confirmed to be more powerful. So at the end of the day, it will run games better than the PS5. Yes. So, look, I'm about to get out of here. But I just had to do this video because my Xbox brothers and sisters are out there talking shit on Twitter. They are letting these ponies have it. All of the stuff these ponies said in the past is coming back to bite them in the ass. There's only one narrative left, and that's going to change in 2023. The Xbox has no games narrative. Xbox has no games, you bots. That narrative is next. And that's the last narrative these guys are going to have. All of their narratives are dead. PlayStation games will never go to PC. That narrative is dead. PlayStation 5 is more powerful than the Xbox Series X. It runs games better. That narrative is dead. It's just a matter of time, guy. If you will have zero narratives, I'm sure you will create some. Like you created, when Xbox was buying studios, you created, oh, well, those studios aren't organic. Y'all always making up shit. And this stuff is going to change. So, enjoy your sales narratives. Enjoy that. until you can't enjoy that anymore. Look guys, I'm about to get out of here, but if you like this video, please hit the like button. If you happen to stumble across my channel, you think I'm decent enough, why don't you go ahead and subscribe? And if you subscribe, please hit that notification bell to know what my black ass is doing some new content, baby. All right, everybody. Peace and love. Peace and love. Shit. Damn, man.